You don't have any transportation?
Maybe some speedy worms we could ride.
Speedy worms?
None that we can
Sperms,
spare.
Cancelled. Counterspell. I'm gonna just start saying that to be counterspell. I guess we'll get provisions then for 10 days and health potions.
As many as our debt
As many
allows.
as our debt allows.
I can see what we have to give you.
I'm ready to fight stuff, can you tell?
Yeah. Character weird
Alright.
pose and bounces back and forth on the balls of their feet.
Alright.
Choose your character.
Death to you and your family.
Crippling depression.
You're going to have to pick. You can either get the provisions and no magic, or you can get the provisions and one spell of your choosing, but you will forget one spell of your choosing.
Of equal level or just
Equal level.
I have first level that used. Do I get to choose what level these teach me?
Yeah, but like it has to equal. So like if you wanted a 3rd level spell, forget a 2nd and a 1st, or just forget a 3rd. But it has to be equal.
Brutal.
Much like the rest of this thing.
She planned wisely.
Before we do, Delia wants to speak to Head Macho, Senor, or Senorita.
That would be all.
I'm good with that for first level.
Okay. What are you swapping first level for first level?
Absorb elements.
Okay.
It's an abjuration spell.
Okay.
Requires need to take a melee attack in order to use the advantage that it gives me, which will never happen. So, go ahead and bring it.
Wait, you forgot absorb elements? And what are you getting in exchange?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I will let you know.
Okay. First level spell though. Alright, so you guys are getting provisions. You are going to get 6 lesser healing potions.
Ooh. Question. As far as your girl who got rescued from prison goes, what do I have? Do I have like my lockpick set?
No.
Or anything?
You have nothing.
Can I have some things?
She does.
I do?
There were lockpicks in the room.
That
too.
well, it was a broken
Broken
lockpick set.
They set her up for failure.
My hands were broken, and so were the lockpicks. It was a bad
Are we
situation.
all gonna take one lesser healing potion then?
When we eventually wait,
I'll just hold on to them, I guess, as the cleric.
Back out to the hub.
I don't know.
My main
if you go
question
down,
is-
we should probably have a secondary.
Well, that's what
person
I'm
somewhere.
saying. I would like to give them out.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Everybody gets one.
Okay.
That's healing potions.
Oh.
That would go to Claudius.
Could I questionably have a short bow and a rapier and a dagger? Or just a short bow? Would
You
be
can
cool.
pick one weapon.
One weapon.
Take a bow.
Yeah, I'll take a short bow. Sad.
Being the wrong way that you
Oh, it sounded like the table. Oh, okay.
are. Sorry.
I thought it was the ferrets, and I was like, they're not here.
Spooky.
Maybe. There's one called False Life that's necromantic. And you can give yourself like extra hit points. Just doesn't sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did have extra weapons from that last time we like raided people.
Did you?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I have 2 extra crossbows and a short sword.
How are you carrying all this? That's what I'm wondering.
on my back.
Oh, his bag of holding.
I'm very strong.
Yeah, I don't need this from you.
I have 2 daggers. You can have one of them.
I will take a dagger.
You can take a crossbow as well.
Thank you.
Or 2 if you like.
I don't need to.
Okay, you can. Do you want the short sword?
I suppose I need to.
Women accuracy, don't know what I'm aiming at.
What is the attacks on a crossbow?
Crossbows?
Yeah.
It's whatever your modifier to hit is, and then damage is 1d8 plus your I think it's your proficiency, I think.
Okay, yeah. That's good. Yeah, I'll take a crossbow.
Oh, it's whatever your attack modifier is. So for me, it's Dex. For you, it's probably Dex as well. So it'll be plus whatever your thing is. But it'll tell you when you add it into your equipment.
Oh, it's a scene.
It's a scene.
So we got 6 lesser healing potions.
Yep.
Mhm.
1 per person.
Und then finds themselves.
Then take a nap and then fire some missiles.
I'll be okay. Once we got it clear. Yeah.
Yite. Yite.
I knew it was
Yawned.
everywhere because it bit me. And I started touching
Yawned.
everywhere and I was like, oh, sick.
Let's go fight stuff.
Or alternatively, solve puzzles.
No, we need the XP.
Get puzzles for next week.
Which one
You
do I
get
have?
XP with puzzles sometimes.
So many options. Bolts, heavy, light.
Also, I gave you 10
One
crossbows.
Thank you.
Alright, so you guys go
Probably
ahead and you get
stuff.
10 days worth of provisions and water. You're given a few water skins that are made out of that, like, almost like a tougher mushroom skin. And you are given, like, a pack to kind of, like, carry your stuff. Because some of you guys, like, I'm pretty sure you didn't have your packs when you swapped out for your guards' uniforms. So you're given, like, a pack to hold the provisions and stuff like that.
Can I take a picture instead?
Which can't try.
Like a life jacket. Like something.
Which one?
It's just like all pieces.
Ankron makes a deal with Satan. Or Santa, as
Manny.
Manny would say.
Manny is such a wholesome
What
person.
did I do?
I'm so sorry.
You know.
So that I can give some to remember it. So that
No, I'm trying to grow it out. I haven't had the urge to cut it yet, so.
I'll just be blind. It's fine. Oh, well, that's fine. Ooh, I should get my family stuff enchanted. That'll be cool.
Oh, family is
How do you
done.
name it? Let's just call it Phones. Because it's technically like Mace Morningstar.
It is
thing.
kind of like that stick you see in Pocahontas when they're trying to kill Jon
Holy
Snow.
shit, that's what I've been imagining this entire time.
That is also what I'm imagining.
Good, yes. Wait, Gilead talked to the
Yep. Are you guys ready?
Let's
Okay.
go.
Nope. Delia's gonna talk to Opal. So, Opal is standing with some of what is very clearly her apprentices. They are hanging on her every word as she is going over just these different runes and different things like that. And you can see that a couple of them are probably following some sort of druidic arts, as they are working very closely with like small mushroom spores or like a couple topside plants that look like they're like very old ferns and stuff like that. And she glances over and Delia, is everything all right?
Yes, would you mind if I spoke to you privately about a few things?
Yes, that's fine.
Excellent. Well, the first being, I'm want to thank you for your hospitality. I know it is a indebted and paid debt society, but it's still worth thanking you for.
Well, you're welcome.
Secondly, I've written down here my information. If you lose anyone, if things go south again and you need help, contact me here. Speak to anyone on this list and they will get a hold of me. I've also included at the bottom a symbol you can carve into a tree. In case of absolute emergency, this person might be able to help you. I know it's rare, but just in case.
Thank you. I don't recognize this mark.
It doesn't matter. Just know that it's last case scenario. And secondly, where are the safe spaces, or the safest places for sleeping on our journey?
Against the walls. Well, I suppose it depends if you are... I wouldn't sleep in the rooms with the lakes. Those caverns tend to draw in more creatures than would be comfortable. The water sources are... drinkable water sources are few and far between. So try to not stay within them. I suppose the tunnels might be the absolute safest. There's less of a chance of something surprising you unless it's a worm tunneling through.
Excellent. And I believe that's all I have for you. But again, if you lose anyone or if you've lost anyone, please reach out to us.
I will. Thank you. You've all been incredibly helpful yourselves. And I wish you the best of luck.
Good day.
Nods and very quickly goes back to the students. Do you guys sleep before heading out, or?
What time of darkness is it?
Is it nearing 6 time?
You guys have eaten it like twice.
Oh, so we should wait, right?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I think we should get a let's start.
All
I
right.
haven't done anything extremely strenuous except remember and Claudius.
We haven't wasted any spell slots, so.
Can we take a short rest?
Why?
Key points, right?
Yeah. I mean, I only spent one, but we're about to go journey into
Yeah,
the
that's
unknown.
fine. Short rest and
I
then.
only need an hour, so we'll postpone it for an hour.
Okay, then giddy on up.
We'll leave in the dark
Oh.
Turns it is meditating while we're packing.
Oh,
In
Yeah,
the dead
there
of
you
the night.
oh, dark 100. Oh, oh, dark 30.
Boo.
That doesn't work. I'll just map the sun. I know, right? Also, yay!
My dice are kind.
You guys survived one more adventure.
Alrighty. Okay.
Sarah's like, I did not prepare.
Oh no, I I prepared, but also I was like, let's see what they do.
I need Carly's dice.
Okay.
This instant.
Alright,
Not
so
that one though.
y'all take some time to get your things together, and then you head out. And you head out through the Cavern of Hopes, through this mushroom farmland. Would you take anything from them, or would you just continue on their way?
Nah, we don't need
No, we
anything.
got provisions and stuff.
Is there anything nifty in there?
I think
It's just like farming tools, like shears and axes and stuff like that, but they're like actively being used to like
There's lots of space
tend
so
to
we
and
can
harvest
see
these.
Yeah.
Any fancy
If he needs
psychedelic
that.
plants?
A lot of the mushrooms glow, and there are even some that are glowing around the bases of the bigger mushrooms, but they're like glowing purple and glowing green and glowing yellow.
Excuse me.
And
Do any of these mushrooms possess
It literally says in my notes not to fuck around with the farmers.
special attributes?
special, like, that one's good for bread.
Right, alright, have a great day.
Oh, alright, and then he like goes back to work.
I'm letting his fly around in the caverns. Stay close.
And he's like scrambling over the mushroom caps and like sniffing at a couple here and there. Yeah, she just.
Blah, blah, blah.
Alright. And so you guys are walking for a good long while. And it's a it is a path that winds through the mushroom like forest. And it's definitely not one where it's like, oh hey, it's paved and here's the road. It's more like this is where the mushrooms have been cleared out, and you can see where there have probably been smaller pathways that have been carved through these plants because there's smaller mushrooms off to the sides. And it takes you up. Hello. You're so cute. I'm not sure.
I just can't.
Okay, that's fine. Get some rest. It takes you actually don't quite clear this farmland before you get tired, and you do have to
Nap.
make camp towards the end of it.
Even after a short rested.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's a while. So did you do anything throughout that time, or were you just kind of like hiking
Just
along?
traipsing, I think.
Yeah, just keeping an eyeball out.
Okay.
The whole time, Rena was like holding her crossbow and like unloading it and reloading it and unloading it and reloading it.
Are you good?
And Kirk. Sorry.
I'm fine. I'm just being prepared.
She's just practicing.
Sabine just like aimed her crossbow towards the floor, just away from the group. Right. Oh, okay. Alright, well, watch out for our son.
Down and unload.
I've just made like flashcards, like the kind that her mom's made to practice with her. And every now and then she'll call out to his and like hold up a flashcard for like a sickle or something like that. Sickle. To show him, and like she's slowly trying to teach him magic the way that she learned.
Very
Aw.
good.
Precious.
Okay.
Safine's like anime walking.
Okay.
The least comfortable way to walk.
And towards the end of it, you definitely like see less of the farmers, you see less of the drow around, and you can definitely hear more bats over here. And Delia, your torch has long gone out, like long gone out.
She would have just grabbed onto someone with dark vision and been like,
I've got, so they taught me the thing. I have an ability now because a couple of you, and I'll kind of like rub my hands together and then flow, and I create 4 little dancing orbs, and one comes to float above each of your heads.
she tries to touch it, she's like,
Can you make it that color? Yes, actually. What
will
do I
it
do?
hurt?
No.
She just goes, like a birthday candle style, like, oh! Tries to
I don't know, purple maybe?
Okay, let's try it. I've never done this before, which should be fun. And snaps fingers, it goes like blue. Snaps fingers, green. Okay, let's. Snaps fingers and it goes like this dark indigo color.
Beautiful, I love it. You're so talented, I love it.
So y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and you get to the end here, and you go ahead and you make camp. And do you do anything specific to make camp?
We're still in the Cavern of Hosts,
Mm-hmm.
We keep our eyeballs open.
but we're towards the end of it.
But we're still in the party.
You figure that you are, because like you have been walking until you're like exhausted. Like there's no change in the light, but you're all just exhausted and ready for sleeping.
She's gonna roll out her mat and, just
As would say, I have a 10.
Nighttime yoga.
Yeah,
Yes.
we should probably
Dark
And then
yoga.
set up a close perimeter camp.
Moonlight salutation.
Rena's not interested in sleeping.
Oh my.
Just.
Oh, the kangaroo.
Let's not make a fire or anything down here. We don't need the smoke or the lights to attract any trash.
And we should probably still do watches.
I'll
Yep.
take the first watch.
I can join you. Oh, were you going to?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I want to talk to Rena.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Just keep in mind that those of you who cannot see in the dark as soon as I am asleep, these lights will go.
I got a torch.
Okay.
Whatever.
And I have dark vision, so
Same.
she'll be okay.
Good stuff.
I can do it as well. So.
Good night.
Shifts.
Good night.
I'll take after them.
Okay. I like how the elves always come and watch together. You guys are. It's not for 4 hours.
I think I'm the only one who has that though. The
No.
half-elves have to sleep.
Yeah, but it's like 6 hours though. It's not as much. A crisp 4.5 hours.
Alright, so we set up camp.
Ew.
Tamsin's gonna make a small perimeter around their small close camp, just in case any creepies, wanna come across a certain way or sneak up on us.
There's no like spreading out. We're all right next to each other.
Yeah.
Dog now.
And I think we probably all end easily sleep then.
I would like to think that like me and Ingrid sleep like this.
You mustn't read from the book.
I'm like kind of sitting. I've got some mudras going on.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tamsin just like sits in a meditative position, and that's how we sleep.
We're just freaking psychos that we look like in like chambers. Each of us are in like embalming chambers. We're all just sitting straight up, staring into the abyss.
Delia is literally like. You think she was.
You had to put
old,
the
she's not
you had to
yet.
put
You
the
have to,
mirror
like,
underneath her
double check,
nose.
like, she's old.
Watch the chest.
It just goes.
That's why you have to get the mirror.
Floating like a hummingbird.
You're just like. We're here. Like, what?
Cue the RP.
Go for it.
It's been so long. So, while they're like sitting there, Remember's kind of been side-eyeing Rita as she's loading and unloading this crossbow. And she just kind of like is sitting there fiddling with something with her hands for a little bit, and then she just like, she doesn't really look at Rita, but just kind of, it'll be hard for a little while. And then during the day it will be easier. And it will only be when you sleep. Right? And maybe that will get easier too. Wow.
Doesn't feel like it's ever gonna get easier.
Yeah.
I want him dead. I want to bring Garan down into the dust. And that's my home. And I don't think it deserves to exist anymore. I think that there's a lot of reparations that need to be made. And I don't even know where to begin. But I think that killing that man is a good place to start.
I'll definitely add it to the list.
Mogul, Warden's little sidekick that I heard snickering occasionally. Yeah. You know, they broke my hands and then taunted me day and night. Like, I don't even know if I can pick locks anymore. Like, do hands remember that?
I know people who have lost hands, who have lost feet, who have lost much. The things you know, things you've done over and over again, it is not something the mind remembers, it's something the body remembers. Probably still pick locks. And if you can, probably still shoot a bow. And if you can, well, you're fine most of the time.
A fallback. Why did you have dreams and nightmares and a lot?
I am a warrior of belief. We don't have prisons. We don't have slaves. We don't have courts. And to be honest, we really don't have judges. I have killed, slowly. I have watched others be killed in this way. Not everyone walks away from that. We had a custom. We don't have slaves, we don't have prisons, we don't lock people up for the rest of their lives for doing something. If you have done something against everyone else that severely, you cannot walk from it. And it is painful when they die. So they're cast out into the desert. Some of them run, and some of them don't. Every year there's a time where we go out and we bring our money to its end. Wherever we find them, whether they are living peacefully, whether they are hiding, whether they are it never matters. That is our justice. I would like to go the rest of my life never again having to listen to someone beg for prayers. If that is not Wayne's will, then I don't think I can do it anymore.
Well, I think that in, what was it, 4 days? Something like that, of that. I heard more people scream and beg for mercy and cry out to their gods and their parents than I ever wanted to hear in a lifetime. And I think that if just one tiny speck of that carries with me, and it can drive me to end cruelty for cruelty's sake, or mercy and crying out for your life, then maybe that's enough. Maybe it's enough to just fight whatever injustice exists and to get freedom for whoever needs it. I can tell you there's no damn reason that magic users should be locked up. And I'm prepared to fight whatever to ensure that Mogul and Guran and those who crush others under the heels of their boots, die painfully.
I think that's. I'm not going to use the word noble here because there's a couple parts of it that we're going to have to revisit. However, and she takes rope out of her pack, and she takes the crossbow out of your hands and gives you the rope. This is a fisherman's knot. This is a slip knot. This is the bride's knot. And shows Reyna the knots that they use in order to make nets and ropey. And just sits there and teaches her how to make nets. And it's kind of like.
And my hands are like trembling the whole time because I haven't been able to get them to stop shaking yet. But like, I start like getting some kind of knot, not always the right kind of knot, but like.
When they fidget and when they don't stop shaking.
I guess that's a little less unsettling than
It tends not to set people's alarms off.
Thanks. And at least for now, that means safety.
How long you're doing great. It's okay.
And so the first night passes.
What up, guys?
So after you all have gotten adequate rest, does anyone else have any heartbreaking conversations they want to have that first night?
Whenever it's Delia's turn to be awake, she's scribbling away like as many details as she possibly can about the day. This is gonna be so sad, but I have planned this since the beginning.
Oh,
That
no.
she's a really old human, so she's like still struggling to remember things sometimes, and she's like, these people are good people. Like I have to keep helping people. Like I have to keep helping people. So she's trying to like at least get information, like the map, back to the people, like intricate accounts of like other people who have helped her help people, and she's like, no, you're good. Like I gotta get you as much as possible. So she's scribbled that away. Not that you know that, but
It's happening.
it's happening.
Alright.
Tragedy.
Does anyone else have any conversations, or are we going to the next day?
Can we say that we went on lunch together?
Questions, statements. As like the in between of that is like as you come in or something from the watch, and like we sit next to each other and you okay?
I think I will be. I think that I'll try to stop unloading and reloading my crossbow.
Looks like you're getting the hang of it. Is that a noose?
No!
And some.
A little Tarnothian humor.
I'll teach you some Tarnothian knots later.
Oh.
And then she just lays back down. Cause, yeah, there's a lot to it.
I'll just like pull it over my wrist and like tighten it.
Oh boy.
Like go to
Safe and consensual, kids.
Alright. And then Angerod and Tamsin go on watch together.
I can't see him past your gesture.
I'm so
What?
sorry. My
Oh,
gestures
okay.
were too in.
So, Tamsin probably is gonna have to recast his dark vision.
I have the lights. Just like gentle floating lights. I'll kind of station 20 feet out at every.
Does that require a spell from you then?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
I don't think we've ever spoken about Asgard. I miss it. I've been winning around for so long.
Like a fucking
Yes.
tennis match over there.
Garon is very, very different from Adgord, that's for sure.
Backward punching.
Yes,
This is
I'm
a
sure
fucking culture.
it was, I'm sure that was very challenging for you.
I've had to fight before. It wasn't different, but it was sad to see so many people living in such a horrible way.
Indeed. It's a shame. They have some quite astounding machines. But yet they cut themselves off from such a real and important part of the world. And it limits them.
It is an ever-present reminder. We are no better than anyone else. We are in no place to write them. That is depressing and I don't want to talk about it. So,
What would you like to talk about?
well, tell me about you. We've been traveling for two months? Something like that.
Years.
How long are we going to travel for?
It's been a while. It's been a couple months.
Okay.
I just feel like I don't know you at all. I know your heart. I know that you are a good man. But I don't know what made you so.
Well, thank you for the compliment. I don't know if I would say that about myself, but I don't know. Adgord is where I called home for a long time. But
I didn't hear it out.
and in that regard, I miss the people there and the traditions and but it's been exciting being out on the road and traveling and as much tragedy and trials as we've faced. It's been a good change for me. As I'm sure you're aware, I try to follow fate. The meaning of that is kind of different now. And the monastery that I was at, well, we had certain beliefs. And this trip has opened my eyes, you could say.
It is very different to come from a very small world. Very sheltered up
Yes.
into the wide world.
I could imagine you can relate. I know we haven't really talked about it, and if you'd rather me not mention it, but I'm sure with the family you come from, it must have been a pretty difficult shadow.
It's hard. I don't know much about being raised in a monastery away from perhaps the bulk of the population. But there were circumstances surrounding me and the way that I came to be. My mothers were protective and afraid for me. And I did not see the outside world until I could prove my worth to it. In a way, it was kinder and more than my mothers who loved me. Other family members would keep a secret. And magic. Even magic. That was beautiful. I've had 2 instances in my life of being thrust into a world that I wasn't prepared for. Neither one was pleasant, but very glad. And it has brought me to good people.
I think those encounters in new worlds are helpful. They allow us to learn and grow. And as you said, meet good people along the way. We have a good group.
Still no name. You have to fix it.
Yes, we get asked quite a bit. It's almost as if something's trying to tell us we need a name.
I don't know. I had something in my head earlier, but I don't know if the rest of the group would like it. It's a little contentious, but
What is it?
the deliverance.
The deliverance? I think it's suiting.
I just keep thinking that if Marvel takes over the world in the way that he wants to, that the people like the war will be reigning free. And I cannot let my people. I will not let my people suffer. If it means fighting until my very last breath and beyond, it will not happen.
I think that is a noble cause.
It's a lot of fucking rats.
I couldn't hear you.
I said that's a lot of fucking bats.
Well, yes, it is. Hopefully they don't bother us.
They like that. Where are they at?
Hopefully. Hopefully we can take that light with us.
I love that Reagan like the anime that this is.
When you said I can't let them do that to my people, but the way you said it, I was thinking of American Idol where he goes, "Let my people go." It's like, please think around. Please lead us into battle. Let my people go.
I was also thinking that, but Prince of Egypt style.
Yeah.
Alright, so the night, the sleep goes ahead and nothing comes after you. You see a couple like weird looking creatures off in the dark that are spooked off with just like a couple rocks thrown in their direction. But nothing else of consequence.
What?
It takes
No, it's actually dark.
It takes a little while of walking before you can hear the gentle lapping of the water of the Lake of Stars.
This is the no swim zone.
Is that what Sabine says to everybody?
Yeah.
Like a lifeguard. No swim zone. Not today.
No touchy.
This cavern is immense. You cannot see the other side. You can barely see, even with dark vision, like you can barely see how far the walls are. All you can hear is the water lapping against stone.
I still have dancing lights going, so that they don't need to burn stuff.
Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to find a tiny island that's in the middle of this lake so we can swim Dumbledore out there so we can drink it. So we can get the Horcrux.
So you're able to make out with these dancing lights that there is in fact a
We all.
We all grab a light and we're like,
I'm an experience.
You're all able to see the bridge. With these dancing lights, you're able to see the bridge that she was talking about. And even from here, it looks a little bit sketchy, like it's not completely.
Sergein's gonna gesture be like sketchy but fast. Slow but fine? Question mark? To the
Come on.
shore.
We've been under here for so long. I feel so paranoid. We're so far underground. Bridge.
Okay, but what if it opens up and it breaks and then we fall into the water, which she specified specifically not to do?
No touchy.
No swim!
Julia says
No
from the
diving!
back, reminder, no touchy.
Right.
Listen to Saffron here.
Saffron.
That would have been a good flower name, though.
Secretly her name.
Julia knows.
We also have a Goliath, which is possibly not the intended audience of this bridge.
Those racist bastards.
I don't like your tone of racism.
Can I do a perception check on the bridge?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I don't have a favorite son.
Oh.
19.
Please hold.
I have a 20.
It's like a 6.
Anyone but not natural.
Yeah. Not natural. 20.
A 30.
A 13.
Sorry.
Holy!
Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It is a 29, but still.
She's like, mermaids, support the bridge.
I can perceive with a 19. 29!
You don't see anything.
How did you get a 29?
So my perception's a +8, and I'm proficient, so it's an additional 3, and I rolled an 18.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Damn.
wait. I forgot that we got perception bonuses or proficiency bonuses.
Yeah, you get them for certain things.
Real quick,
I have
are you on
perception.
YouTube now?
Yes.
Okay, if it's in your
23.
list of skills, if you now want to crush your dreams right now, but if it's in your list of skills, they already added your proficiency bonus.
No! Why do they do this to
So,
me?
I was gonna
so that would be a 26.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but my
Still
spellcasting
good.
modifier is a +8 though.
Yeah, no, this isn't a spell.
Wait, so what is when?
But that's
are
what your
you
wisdom
proficient-
modifier is.
Next to your perception, is there a black dot or an empty circle?
It's a black dot.
Yeah, so you're proficient
So
in that skill.
Proficient in it. So
Yeah.
you have a plus what? What does it say?
Plus
you have
3.
A plus?
+8.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
so
thought you add your proficiency to that.
That's
This
when you're
is
proficient.
bullshit.
I already added it.
What's your
Say
wisdom?
26
What's your wisdom
then.
modifier?
Okay,
She's
She's so
Is your wisdom
sad.
modifier 5? Because it should be your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency, and that'll be 8.
is.
Okay.
There
That makes
you go.
I was
sense.
about to say.
It's still 26.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's still a 26.
Don't take this
So-
from me.
Still, the difference between yours and mine with a 19, I'm like 1080p, and you're like 4K.
So you are able to see that the bridge will definitely be riskier.
Is it structurally sound?
It's structurally sound.
for our friend.
It's structurally sound, but like from what you can see of the bridge right now, like from where you are, it looks like it's a wooden bridge with stone pillars
I
keeping
would
it up.
like
How
to
bad
suggest
can
that
it
this is
be?
the start of our journey to the upstairs. If you will, let's go around.
Aww.
That dog ain't gonna hurt
I
you.
think we have plenty more dangers if you can face that will be certain. I don't think there's a reason
We
for us to
don't
take
need another
unnecessary
long rest
risks.
and you to burn through your healing spells
What
and
about-
potions in room 1.
We go across the bridge and we nap on the other side for them.
Give me the health potions before you go.
Well,
Everyone has one.
I
Give me
mean,
your health potions before you go.
fine. I guess we'll walk.
Let's walk around.
The
damn it.
worst
The
decision.
two people in the party with the greatest will to die.
Yeah.
They're like, let's fucking go.
I just
Now-
want to go across the scary bridge.
So going around the lake with these dancing lights and everything, you're able to see that the water itself are these like almost very round black pebbles. And you're able to see that the lake itself is called the Lake of Stars because every time these dancing lights pull away from the water, you're able to see lights twinkling and moving in the water. Just no particular direction. And you're able to see at one point that something glittering comes up and goes down and goes back under.
Oh, good.
I have a handful of rocks.
Don't do this.
Okay.
I want to just throw one rock very far.
It said don't swim in the lake and don't drink the lake. It didn't say don't touch
It didn't
No,
say
it said
anything.
don't touch the lake.
I'm
Don't
not touching
swim.
it.
Don't come into physical contact.
I'm
She-
not. I'm throwing
So
it very
Rena
far
goes
away.
ahead and throws,
As far as I can throw it.
and you hear a very
Goodbye,
quiet
everybody.
bloop
I've got to
as
go.
it just splashes off into the water. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see how far you throw it.
Nice.
I love myself.
If it touches you, if the fucking water splashes and touches you. Jesus.
Not that one. I love being impulsive. Sorry, guys.
Oh, don't apologize.
That good old King Grand Chaos energy.
Yeah, dog. There wasn't a sign, so I'm gonna do it.
I got an 11.
It's far enough where like it doesn't splash you, but like it's close enough where you are still able to very clearly see where the pebble goes down.
Yeah.
And you can see that as it splashes in, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Don't do it.
It's too late. You've encouraged this, Erin.
Listen, I couldn't
21.
cover it if I tried.
You're able to see that as this small stone splashes into the water, a bunch of the lights just vanish from that spot.
Interesting.
And then ever so slowly